Welcome back to Spot Hidden. Yes, welcome back everyone. We are here tonight, I believe, not playing Call of Cthulhu. Is my mic working? Is my white mic working? Not. No, it is not. Is it
Did you
not?
say your white mic?
Is my white mic? Yeah, my mic.
Hello?
Hello, my white mic. Yeah, my mic's working. All right,
It's white mic, yeah.
my mic
Hey,
is
guys,
working.
I'm
All right,
White
excellent. Yes, we are back here, not playing Call of Cthulhu. We are playing, of course, Pendragon the 6th edition, quick start scenario from Chaosium. So it's a little bit different from what we usually play, but we're going to have a little bit of fun tonight, guys. Welcome back. Of course, I'm joined with Trevor, Michael, Matt, Price, and London.
And who else to DM this but Huddy himself?
Yes, I know. I'm very famous. I still have my glasses on. What am I doing?
This is a long time coming.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it
know.
feels
I know.
We waited a while for this, man.
If everybody who's watching, or if you are watching and you've watched some of our other stuff, Pendragon, the name Pendragon, is I guess very accustomed to Spot Hidden. I kind of retconned my own character, Borisius, as my very first character, who is technically King Arthur's grandfather and Uther Pendragon's father. And perhaps that may take place in a different alternate universe. Perhaps it takes place in this universe. Who knows? And perhaps we'll find out one day. But today we are going to play Pendragon, the 6th edition quick start by Chaosium. And what you see today, if you want to get your hands on a copy of what we are playing, you can head right over to Chaosium's website and download the quick start for free. So it's pretty great. It gives you all the quick start rules and the scenario, also pre-generated characters and NPCs. But real quick before we start, let's just go around, let everybody know who you are, who's new to the channel and watching for the first time. We'll start off to my right.
Hi, everybody. I'm Trevor. I have been here before. You have seen my face. We are here on a Thursday on this Zoom call. It's not Zoom. It's it's a Pendragon video chat. That's what it is.
It's a magical portal that shows video.
Playing another game. Actually, I think this is the first time I've played something other than Call of Cthulhu with you guys.
That'd be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You played.
Don't call him a liar.
You played Conan with us.
Oh yeah, we did do that.
Yeah, that was not Chaosium, but it was Modifius.
Yep.
Never
Okay.
finished it. So sorry, Modifius. Maybe one day.
I wonder what happened to my barbarian. I hope he's okay.
He's still stuck in the desert with London and Matt's barbarians.
Oh,
Yep.
no.
Yep.
Sorry, anyway, I will be playing... Wait, should I say who I'm playing?
Yeah, just go ahead and just say who you're playing. Don't give a description. We'll get to those in a little bit.
I will be playing Sir Avalloc.
Excellent. I hear the Cockney accent coming out. That's great, great. And down below you, the man himself, who are you?
Hello. My name is Matthew Stephenson. I'm 5'11", 6 foot on Hinge. I'm friends with quite a few of these people: London, Price, Michael, Trevor. It's up in the air as to whether or not Hudson and I are friends, but we get along. I'm excited to be here. I've been a part of Spot Hidden from the very beginning. As you know, of course, I have my own channel, but that's neither here nor there. So thank you for joining us. I'm going to be playing Sir Clarion, or Clarion, or Oi! Clarion! Or something like that. Don't forget, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
That's
First,
very
take it
true.
away.
Very true. And I hear you're a great real estate agent. So
Yep.
Yep.
Approximately, so, to put my overall total sales volume in kind of a retrospect, or an understandable number, take about 20 million in sales volume. So get that number in your head, and then go ahead and real quick subtract that from, subtract another 20 million from that. That's my total sales volume.
excellent.
That's really good.
Is that in USD or
man.
Euro?
Both. Yeah.
You're not in the
Okay.
red.
It's an
Last time.
XRP,
Gotcha.
Ripple currency. So
How much did you sell in
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin?
Soulmates.
I gotta check that. I haven't actually kept myself up to date on the Bitcoin.
And next up, the voice actor himself. Who are you, sir?
Hey everybody, my name is Price Everett, and I am 5'9" in real life and 6'8" on Hinge.
There you go.
That's two separate measurements, by the way.
Yeah. One's my height, and the other one is my shoulder width.
Wingspan.
Yeah, wingspan. But tonight, as always, happy to be back with the Spot Hidden crew. I've never played Pendragon before, and I don't think any of us have played Pendragon before. Now that I think about it, other than maybe Hudson.
No, never have.
Never have. So this is gonna be new for all of us. It's gonna be really fun. I've always loved knights and Arthurian stuff, so it should be a blast. And I'll be playing. I believe I'm pronouncing this correctly, Sir Cwenhild.
Excellent.
And they, unlike probably every other character here, are not a Christian. So that'll be fun.
Oh,
Excellent.
didn't know that.
Pagan?
Woden. Yes,
Woden,
we
okay.
worship Woden. Yes.
Okay. And next up, our very own Green Knight. Who are you, sir?
You talking to me?
I don't know. I was just throwing out something random.
Does this look like wood to you? I don't know. Hello, everyone. My name is London Carlisle. You may know me. I play Ellie on The Last of Us. And tonight, I am playing Dame Tamura. She is a knight, and the bow and arrow is in her blood. She is the granddaughter of us. How do I say this? It's been passed down. The skill of I don't know anything about bows and
An
arrows.
artisanal archer.
She is an artisanal archer, but also she likes magic stuff. So stay tuned for that.
Yes, London's going to give his best performance of Tariel from The Hobbit tonight, so perfect.
You were really great in last week's episode, by the way, London.
Oh, thank you.
Last week, you were really good.
Thank you.
And
Really
I'm
just disappeared into the character.
enjoying your new podcast also, the 111.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
was born on 111.
Yes.
Nice.
And last but not least, our very own Dunder Mifflin manager and employee. Who are you, sir?
Wow, that's so funny. I haven't heard that one before. That's the name of the TV character. That's awesome. It's so crazy. Hi, my name is Dwight Schrute. I'm 5'9". I'm a Leo Sun, Gemini Rising, which according to this website says I can be generally slim and be very cute and beautiful with sweet features that make my face appealing. So, thank you for tuning in.
I think that's accurate.
How do
think
you
so,
find
too.
the whole rising thing? I just know I'm a Libra.
I'm on astrosofa.com.
Okay.
Astroglad.com. I got that constantly open all the time.
Getting his.
It's
Getting,
my
Shut
favorite-
up, Max.
Wait, what'd you say?
What? What are y'all talking about?
I'm
It's hard to
glad
get in
we're
the armor,
already
you gotta
off to
live
a
up.
great
We're
start.
talking about like co-star and stuff, right?
And of course, I'm Hudson, your game master for tonight. Not the keeper of arcane lore, but the game master for tonight's episode. And just some house rules for tonight. This is, of course, all of our first time playing Pendragon. And so tonight is going to be kind of a learning experience for all of us. Of course, as the game master, I've already looked through the rules numerous of times and looked through the plot. I know the plot. But if any of our actors or characters have any questions during tonight's episode, please feel free. And you in the chat, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And we have the rules right in front of us. And we'll look. And if you're watching this on YouTube at a later date, I hope this helps you kind of start your own quick start scenario and get your feet running through 6th edition of Pendragon. And of course, apparently 6th edition, the main core rulebook will be dropping this year, according to Chaosium. So fingers crossed, hopefully we will have that available soon. But if there's nothing else, should we start?
First question:
Yes.
is it anywhere in the rules that says I can't double my hit points on a whim?
Double your hit points on a whim. Yes, you can double your hit points in specific times or specific scenarios. But we'll get to that. But yeah, we'll get to that. Okay.
I don't see on my character sheet how tall I am. Can I be 7
That's a
foot
good
5?
point. That is a good point.
I will allow you being 6'8". How about that?
All right,
Wingspan.
that's fine. Yeah, I'll take that. It's a good power forward right there.
Okay,
Mhm.
excellent. All right, so we shall start. Our scene opens. The year is 510 AD, January 9th. Our camera opens to a great city. A city filled with hundreds, thousands of people. Peasants, common folk, rich, poor, higher, lower, middle class people. Everyone that you could think of living in Londinium is here in this exact moment. Because the day that we have chosen to start our scenario is the day before the great New Year's tournament. This tournament is going to decide whether or not a champion will be made, and that champion has the opportunity to pull a sword from the stone. Not just an ordinary sword, but Excalibur. The sword that was held by Uther Pendragon, the great king who died 15 years before these events. Our camera is outside the city walls, and as it's mingling through the tents of different knights and nobles that are in the surrounding areas. These knights and nobles have come to put their foot into the lottery of this tournament. As we come up to one of these tents, we have a fellow knight by the name of Sir Avalloc, who is exiting his tent and having his attire put on him by his squire. Sir Avalloc, will you describe to us who we are seeing?
We're looking at a 20-year-old Roman Senric, Christian, from Carlion. And after reading this little description, Carlion, an inheritor of traditions of Rome, right? And he serves as an elite unit of the city militia, sworn to protect Carlion citizens from the tides of anarchy, lapping up the walls. Right, so he's a guard, but he doesn't take it, or he does take although he does take it seriously. Occasionally, there's a bit of rebellion, form of constant barrage of jokes and wary observations, calibrated to obscure what you view as the stuffy traditions of court. To this guy, I am going to try to make as many sarcastic jokes tonight
Excellent.
as Sir Avalloc. What else would you like to know? Hudson, did I skip anything?
No, I think that's great right there. And your squire's helping you as he adjusts your chainmail to you. And you see, at this time, we're not used to the kind of very heavily armored knights. Now, we are just coming out of Roman period. There are no more Romans here in what is now becoming England. But what's left of the Roman Empire, what was left behind, is still relevant and there. So some of these knights and nobles may have armor that looks and is identical, and perhaps is, old Roman equipment. But as your squire is adjusting your chainmail and your tunic, you do have the opportunity to get on your horse if you would like, or you can walk. And it's probably best, because you arrived yesterday, you want to look and check out Londinium for yourself. You've never been inside the city, but you've heard of its great architecture left by the Romans, of course, and the great ale houses, and you do want to see the sword itself, Excalibur.
Yes, but how far away into town is it?
Very, very good question. You are right at the city walls, so whatever you're looking for. So if everybody will look at roll 20, I will.
I could leave my horse here.
Okay, yeah. If you wish
Right.
to leave your horse, you can leave it there, and you can go on foot.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Is if I should bring it or not. Where are we? What let? Oh, there it is, right there, 5.
Yes, and yep.
No one else understands what we're talking about, but it's at 5, everyone.
And you've heard that the sword Excalibur is located at St. Paul's Cathedral, which on the map on roll 20
Squire,
is the letter G.
Squire,
Oh,
read this map for me.
yes, my lord.
Where is the stone? Is that over here? Points at him.
You're wondering about the sword and the stone?
Right. Where was it? Where was this? Where was it? The fellow said it was on this map.
Oh, well, the fellow said it was here at St. Paul's Cathedral.
Ah, yes, that makes sense. All right, let's go then.
Yes, I can point the way, sir.
And Avalloc gets back up on his horse. He's gonna go with the horse.
So he does not want the horse, or he does want the horse?
I am taking the horse with me.
All right,
sorry.
excellent. And so as you get on top of your horse, you are now mounted, and if you get into a fight, you'll have some modifiers, some extra abilities. Real quick, let's go ahead and just do the first roll of today. We're gonna roll for a trait for you. If you, because you are on your horseback, we need to see what kind of stance you take. And for the audience, with the Pendragon rules, we have traits, passions, and skills. And traits are rolls that you'll make to see what kind of movements or what your characters, their moral is, who they are, and where their journey should take them. And so this isn't really much of an open sandbox world that we're used to. It still kind of is, but these traits allow us to roll and see what and who our character really is. So as you get up on your horse, Sir Avalloc, you have a valorous of 15 and a cowardly of 5. And so, because your valorous is at a 15, that means, let me pull it up real quick. You, let's see, you have a famous trait. So that means you must roll for that one first. And so you're going to want to either get a 15 or lower. A 15 would be a critical success, and lower will just be a regular success.
I'm rolling a 20.
Or a 20, a D20, yep.
What I get. I got a 5.
A 5, so you got a regular success. So as you mount your horse, because you had a regular success, you are riding upright. Head is tall.
No. He's got there's a little bit of a back arch.
Okay,
Instead
yeah.
of upright. The chest is out though.
The chest is out. Very good.
The
yes.
chest is out.
And you are riding as a typical nobleman should in these times in Londinium. And as you pass these other knights and noblemen, they see the way you sit upon your steed, and they notice your valorous stance. You ride into, or not into, but past two knights that notice you. And these two knights are Sir Clarion and Sir Cwenhild. Did I pronounce that right, or is it Cwenhild?
It's Cwenhild.
It's up to you. I don't know.
We'll go with Cwenhild. 'Cause
Cwenhild.
That's more phonetic.
Sir Clarion, you may go first. Can you tell us who you are and what you look like?
Excuse me, I had a frog in my throat. Yes, of course. My pleasure. Sir Clarion is without a helmet currently, unless action does arise. Sir Clarion is also a knight of low grace, distantly related to a legendary Duke Vortimer. I would.
Who your character is and what they look like. So if you would
Yes.
please just start over and hopefully the blip doesn't happen again.
Of course. Sir Clarion, whether or not Wi-Fi agrees with his upstanding nature and enforcement of British ideologies, Sir Clarion is a knight of low grace, distantly related to the legendary Duke Vortimer. I don't wish anything more than to prove myself worthy of his heritage and to see Britain once again united behind a high king. I do wander these lands now, searching for a worthy lord in whom I may pledge my trust and my sword. And currently, this year, I fight under the banner of King Leodegrance of Cameliard, an honorable and just king. I am 21 years of age, approximately 5'8", which is average for this current time and time. Some may consider me a mercenary, some may consider me a knight, and some may consider me both. But you can certainly note me by my strong jaw jutting from my chainmail cover over my head and my haughty expression. My horse is ready, similar to that of a draft horse, a charger, ready at a moment's notice, as am I. Thank you.
Excellent. And as you're outside of your tent with Sir Cwenhild, your squire, Sir Clarion, is armoring your horse and putting over the horse chainmail and the horse's, I guess, netting, the cloth that drapes over the horse with your sigil, your house sigil, on the side of it. And real quick, for story purposes, yes, all of Britain has been left without a king, a high king, to rule all of Britain. And today's tournament, or the next day's tournament, is going to see whether or not we do have a high king or not, if someone's able to pull Excalibur, so the legend says. But right now, you all work or serve for these petty kings that, rule around the countryside. But other than that, Sir Cwenhild, please, explain to us who is your character and what they look like.
Well, Sir Cwenhild, he's from Londinium. He serves in Londinium. He actually works for his current lord will actually be the sheriff of Londinium. He and his many other fellow Saxons do work here, but he is true loyalty, though, however, is to King Uther Pendragon. That would be the top guy. But Sir Cwenhild, a bit stocky, probably about 5'9", 5'10". He's stocky. He's got a lot of muscle with chainmail armor and a helm. Has a bar down here, and you can see the eyes, but got dark eyes, dark brown eyes. And he wields a big axe. There's a really big axe on his back, and has a really rather large horse. That thing's big, it's beefy, quite like him. He is still a follower of the old religion. He is a worshiper of Woden, as well as the rest of the Norse pantheon. And he actually has a a hammer, a small hammer amulet dangling from his neck. And, he's just kind of keeping his eye out, looking around to make sure no trouble's going on. And, he's can't say he's terribly interested in the actual tournament. He doesn't want to be a king, but he wants to make sure no shenanigans are going on. That's his job, and he does his job.
Very good. And as both of you are now preparing yourselves for the day, you've already had a hearty meal, Sir Cwenhild and Sir Clarion, prepared by your stewards and your squires. You have now begun to prepare yourselves to enter Londinium. Perhaps you also want to peruse and browse the streets, but as you are about to mount your horse, you notice a knight passing by on his horse, Sir Avalloc, who is just prancing by, very gallivanty. And do you have anything to say to that? You notice his stature, and I don't know if you know Sir Avalloc. Perhaps you do. If you do, maybe we can make a roll for that. Or what would you like to do in this moment?
Is this more than one person riding by Sir Avalloc?
Sir Avalloc and his squire is at his side on foot.
Right. Am I with Cwenhild?
You're right next to him in front of your tent, and your tent is located next to his tent.
Understood. Can I make a roll to see if I might have history with that?
Oh, yes, you may. And so, Sir Clarion, you will roll. Let's see. Give me. Let's see. Where is it? Recognize. If you can roll on your skills for the recognize skill, and you'll need a 8 or lower.
8 or lower.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just like Call of Cthulhu. Gotcha.
Yep.
We're rolling D20.
D20, 8 or lower.
Just divide.
I rolled a.
Oh shit.
Exactly. What does an 8 exactly give me?
8 exactly is a critical success. And with a critical success, exactly the target value, which it was, and often confers an additional benefit beyond a success. And so I'm going to say that you do know Sir Avalloc. You have been very well acquainted with Sir Avalloc, and perhaps you are both friends. And because you hit a critical success, if you would like to mount your horse, you will automatically mount it with the trait Valorous. So you will be riding alongside of him, entering Londinium in the same posture as he is.
Could I see if I know Avalloc?
Yes, you may, if you will also give me the Recognize skill.
All right. I recognize is a 6.
Okay.
So is there anything special about a natural 1, or is it just a normal?
It's just
success?
a normal success. Yep.
That'd be a 10.
A 10.
It's a failure.
A failure, and at least it was not a 20, which would be a fumble, which is a critical failure, as we're used to in Call of Cthulhu, but you got a regular failure. You do not know Sir Avalloc, but you do notice that Sir Clarion notices Sir Avalloc and is acquainted with Sir Avalloc, and you hear the squire that serves Sir Avalloc. Sir Avalloc, it seems as though Sir Clarion's tent is right here.
I thought that was elderberries and shit I smelled. How are you doing, good fellow? And I get off my horse.
All right.
And I go to reach for his hand.
Okay, here we go.
Excellent, and you're able to shake his hand if
Yeah,
Sir Clarion... Okay. All right.
No, Clarion does approach, of course. Avalloc, I can't say no to a friend like you.
How are
And,
you
of
doing,
course-
good buddy?
Oh, it's good to see you, grabbing you by the hips. Get in here. Oh, haven't had a hearty hug in some time. You look mighty well.
You could look better for your age. We are getting up there.
Ah,
do you want?
I am as fit as a fiddle. Look at these forearms. I've been practicing with my sword for the last 2 months.
Yes. How's your mother doing?
My mother, I believe she's still dead, I believe.
Ah, right.
Yes,
Very good.
of course, yes.
I do apologize to hear that, but
Oh, this here is Sir Cwenhild. Cwenhild, are you out of your tent?
I'm out of the tent.
Ah, here he is. This is Sir Cwenhild.
it's a pleasure.
Heartier fellow than I. Jesus Christ, did you put on 20 pounds overnight?
No. My armor's on though. That's probably what it is because.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, this is Sir Avalloc. Avalloc here is renowned for being the worst gambler and fighter in all of this, 2 seas?
It's only worse if you lose.
Well, it's nice to know there's a worse gambler than me. And I extend my hand.
Can all three of you in that moment, as you're conversing with one another, give me a roll, please, on your skills.
Shit, my awareness sucks.
My awareness is 5, so I gotta get a 5 and lower, correct?
That is correct.
Oh, shit.
12.
Dice fell.
That's a skills?
That's a 15.
Yep. All right, so just
I'm
2
not aware at all.
failures. What about you, Sir Avalloc?
No, I rolled a 17 and my awareness is a 10, so I don't think I did it.
Okay. So as y'all are still conversing, we're going to swoop over to Sir Evrain, who is passing by all three of you and is walking. However, Sir Evrain, you notice somebody who's walking directly towards you. And this knight is not a knight that you are accustomed to, but a kind of new sort of development in the knightlyhood that you're a part of. You have a person, a dame, walking towards you, clad in armor and chainmail. Dame Tamura is walking towards you. But before we get to the dame, Sir Evrain, can you describe who you are and what it looks like as you're walking and seeing this woman dressed as a knight?
Absolutely. Sir Evrain is a large lad, 24, broad shoulders, towering 6'9" frame, lot of armor around him, or at least a lot of tunic and chainmail, and a spear that he was even larger than his 6'10" frame. The man has very kind eyes and a very nice smile. You can tell he's a friendly chap. Doesn't take life all too seriously. Is walking alongside of his horse, just kind of taking in the atmosphere. Kind of just a happy-go-lucky, pretty chill guy. Seems very approachable. And in terms of seeing the dame, I think just like a look that's like half confusion, but half appreciation almost. I think he's always excited for new experiences. And this is something that he's never seen before in his life. So I think he's confused at it, but also just like acknowledging like, hey, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
This is something new.
Very nice, very nice. And with that, you are perhaps passing by Dame Tamura, or y'all are still walking towards one another. Dame Tamura, please describe who you are and what you look like as you are in front of this knight that you see, who is kind of looking at you in, not really with a mouth open, but kind of intrigue.
First off, Dame Tamura is not new. Knighthood is not new to her. She's trained her whole life for this. She's been here. She's been working. She's been training. She's been delivering. She is the granddaughter of a Sarmatian horse archer that came west with the Romans generations ago. The horses are also still in her blood, and with her is her trusty horse, Charger. Now, Charger and Tamura are like this. Never seen apart, unless, of course, Charger is in his stable. But Dame Tamura, she has these green eyes, which is possibly the first thing that you notice. Her build is graceful. As Dame Tamura moves around, independent of Charger, you would see that she has sort of this almost floating aspect as she glides across the way. Every movement is precise. Every movement is calm and collected. She's an archer, so she has to be. And she has control over every shot. She becomes the arrow itself. This isn't just about archery. This is spiritual. Everything is spiritual to Tamura. And as she looks around, you would gather that. The only reason she is here is because her lady heard the prophecies of Merlin. She told her that Tamura needed to be here, and so Tamura listens to the universe, to what it has to say. The old gods still speak, but not everyone listens. So, as she's here with this person with their jaw open, she just surveys it. Greetings.
How do you do?
Well, and you?
It's been a unique day. I mean,
How's...
the atmosphere, the people around, this energy is not just everywhere in the world. It's... Have you not just taken a second just to take in?
That's all I've been doing since I arrived.
Where are you from?
Me? Brittany.
Brittany. Long travel?
This one here is one for the road.
I like your
And-
armor. Are you fighting today? Or tomorrow, rather?
This, and she shows her bow. This is my weapon here. Are you fighting?
Oh, yes,
Swordsman.
Sword, spear, shield, whatever gets the job done. Someone's called me a jack of all trades, if you will. I'm good at fighting and not much else. But
Yes. Well, as I was introducing you, this is Charger. Charger, meet
Sir Evrain. Pleasure.
Sir Evrain. As she, gives a sort of salute to you. Great. Again, she begins to look around. I'll give you a little more information on her. She's 21 years old, sort of dark complected. Again, those piercing green eyes are what you see. There's coils of dark hair that peeks out from under the helm that she's wearing. And she has this like red tunic and again, sort of mail underneath that.
Keeper, are we seeing this?
I won't respond to Keeper. I'm Gamemaster.
Sorry.
Sir.
GM, sir. If you could, sir.
Thank
Answer my
God.
question, sir. Are we noticing the meat?
He only
Um,
responds to the lad of the lake.
Sure, if all three of you are wanting to try again and look over...
Understood. I got all I need to know.
I
Why
will
don't
need
they
a
call the
roll
keeper in this
to
game
see
the
if
Merlin?
you notice this. If you
Right.
will give me an awareness roll once again to see if you notice both Dame Tamura and Sir Evrain speaking to one another.
You want us all
Roll
to do
a
that? or
2
just-
versus a 5.
2 versus a 5.
Wah, 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 wah.
I'll take it.
Perfect. Here we go.
Not everybody has to do it. I'll say that Sir Clarion notices it, and everybody else can kind of watch with Sir Clarion. Did that mess you up, Sir Clarion?
Notice it all. Thank you.
God?
Let Matt do his bit.
Is that a woman in knight's armor?
Well, you've never seen a woman fight before.
Well, it's not that. It's rare, you know that.
Well, I mean, around these parts, sure, but back home, I mean, they're more dangerous than the men. I mean, my mother, I've
Where's
seen her
your
kill
home?
5 people. It was crazy.
I need to know more about this. Hang on.
Hey,
God, sir?
a woman in armor? Hey,
Question.
it happening in Blazing Saddles.
Do I need to roll to see if I know Sir Clarion? We represent the same king in this tournament, so I assume that we know each other, but would you still like me to roll?
Yeah, I'll do the same if that's okay.
Sure,
So we can
if you
kinda
would
know
like
Or
our-
to-
can we just say that we're implied that we know each other because we're came here representing the same king?
That makes sense.
Since you are representing the same king, you would know each other. You've worked together before.
Great.
So I will not need any roll. So you do know Sir Clarion, Sir Evrain.
Oi, Clarion, where you going?
Everett. Who is this?
I said, oi, Clarion. where you
Apologies in advance, my lady. This is Sir Clarion,
Clarion?
and Clarion, this is
Tamura.
Tamura.
How do you do, Tamura?
Good. How are you?
Quite all right. Is that the bow you have?
Yes, it's a bow. Have you never seen a bow?
No, I have. You're quite experienced, you'd say.
The bow is a weapon that is like an instrument. It can sing. It can speak. It can tell stories. You just have to listen to it.
Your bow sounds smarter than Clarion.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Indeed, Everett. I'm already terrified of both.
And this-
Gentlemen,
Why do
Oi!
people keep doing this? This is Charger.
hello, Charger. You are a horse.
Charger is a fine steed. Charger, please greet Sir Clarion. Charger? Sorry, Charger is kind of quiet today. Charger? Charger?
Nay.
Good
Why
to
are
meet you.
Why are you
Oi, what's
baying?
going on over here?
My horse, what's wrong? Here, do you mind if I have a moment? Excuse me.
Go
Please.
ahead.
Yes, and Dame Tamura, because you're speaking with your horse, if you would give me a horsemanship roll,
Hmm.
it will be
Alright.
under your skill. I believe you have
15.
15.
I got a crit.
So-
I got a crit on that.
a crit. You
Nice.
are able, and some people know you as the Dame Horse Whisperer, as you're able to speak to your horse like no other rider is, and your horse calms itself, and perhaps your horse greets Sir Clarion like you want your horse to.
Charger. And she grasps, she has this like carved wooden fetish around her neck. She kind of holds it. Charger, I know that this is a busy place. I know that you're quiet today. But you must greet this nice knight that's here. Understand? Charger, why aren't you saying anything? Charger.
Can the horse speak?
Can we hear what's happening?
Hudson, can
Yes,
you
I
play the
told you
horse,
over.
please?
Oh yes, sorry. Do the line again.
Charger, please say something. Greet this nice man. There you go.
Good to meet you, Charger.
And she's gonna pull out this like crusty carrot that she has with her and gives it to. It's been a long journey. She gives it to Charger.
Oh, I don't want
He
to.
says
Oh,
face.
to the horse. Yes.
That is Clarion's favorite snack.
And Charger eats the carrot with delight. But as you're feeding Charger this carrot, you hear off in the distance, closer to the large main gate of Londinium, which you are only a couple of yards away, you hear a certain individual begin to call out to all the noblemen. Noblemen! Squires, knights, lords, ladies, I gather you all here. It seems as though one of the knights of Gore is wanting to pull the sword from the stone. If you wish to watch, come with me and I will point you the way.
Well, this will be a right laugh.
Boy, I haven't actually seen the sword yet. Do we
Yes. I hear it has magical properties. It's mystical. It's spiritual. It's
Oh, okay.
wonderful.
Oh, okay. Calm yourself. Calm yourself.
Well, I don't know if it's magical, but it certainly is stuck in that rock. So
You can already talk to a horse. What more magic powers do you need?
Indeed.
You don't need magic to talk to a horse. Talk to Charger whenever you would like.
You
He's
just
nice.
need a rather could be better carrot.
He was
Now,
nervous.
Shall we?
We have to go. Yes, we must go at once.
Keeper, not Keeper, Game Master, I assuming since I live in London, would I know the direct route to the sword?
Yes, of course. You know where St. Paul's Cathedral
Londinium.
is, and reminding everyone else, and perhaps you, Price, not Sir Cwenhild, but it is on the letter G on our map, St. Paul's Cathedral, and it's
Perfect.
out front. And
St. Paul and the Broken Bones.
Great band.
if
Great
you
band.
wish to all go, I will say, if you want to, if you would like to mount your horses and ride, you may, or if you would like to go on foot, you may. Sir Avalloc, we already know that you are on horseback.
Spy up!
Are we going through a doorway or are we going like out into a field?
You're going inside the city of Londinium, and as knights, you will be atop your horse if you choose to, away from the peasantry, and you will have a sort of, I guess,
Prestige.
prestige. Yes.
Of course, well, we're going to take that. We'll saddle up on old Ladybug here.
Ladybug.
Excellent. Is everybody else
is that
going to
strange,
mount
Daniel?
their steeds?
Yeah, I'll
Sure.
mount my steed. His name is Buck.
Buck, Ladybug, Charger. Sir Avalloc, what is your horse's name?
Why? The best name in the land.
Horsey.
Blue.
Blue. And Sir Evrain, your steed's
You're
name.
my boy, Blue.
Logan.
Blue.
Logan.
Logan.
Logan. He's an old man Logan.
Bob.
He has an Australian accent. for
Bob
some
the
reason.
horse.
Bob, last name Barker. Excellent. The price is right. All right.
Hey.
So as you all, and for time's sake, I won't make any of you give me a roll for how you are sitting upright because of Sir Avalloc and Sir Clarion. You are all moving as one unit, and so you all kind of take on the stance as both of these knights. You're very virtuous, giving off a lot of prestige as you are walking through these very large crowds of people. It is very cluttered in the city of Londinium, and it smells of rotten food, fish,
This is Matthew asking, were they throwing their waste into the
waste,
street at this point?
feces,
Okay,
out
cool.
onto the
Understood.
street. So it's good thing that you took to mounting your steed, as you're away from that, and you will not get your armor or tunic and clothing dirty in any way. But as you make your way to St. Paul's Cathedral, you notice a crowd has mustered around what seems to be a sword placed in the stone. You see a very large knight with his helmet off, trying to pull the sword from the stone. You see this knight of gore, very long hair and a beard, coming up to the sword. All right, come on. We want to see the knight of gore pull the sword from the stone. Here it is. Watch and learn, children. Watch this. All right, one more.
Go on now.
Boy, what are you waiting for?
I lean over to Sir Everett and go, see what I mean about this being a laugh? They never pull it out.
Stop pulling on a tabards. Go ahead.
All right. Hold on. One more try. And you hear the audience come on, we haven't got all day. Come on, come on. And he tries one more time, and he can't pull it, or he can't pull it. But
What'd you call me?
and for
This is
you,
in Australia. You can't just sling that around.
and for YouTube's sake, cut. No, not really. But would any of you who is watching this wish to try and pull Excalibur from the stone?
Yes, I would like to try to pull Excalibur from the stone. My lady told me, Lady Vivian, she told me that there's a reason that I'm here, and this could be it. If I focus up,
Excellent.
perhaps I could do it.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Excellent. And I'm going to, as the rulebook says, pick a number. I'm picking a number. I've picked my number. And you are going to roll a d20. And if you land on that number that I chose, you will pull the sword from the stone.
Those are a lot better odds than I thought they were gonna be.
They really are. I thought there was one
They
dude who
also
could do
could just
this,
lie.
but
Yeah, I was like, I picked a number between 1 and 10,000.
Shit. All right. As she approaches the sword, she breathes, and she lets the energy of the universe just filter into her as she can feel destiny at the door.
she's another girl into astrology. Go ahead, sorry.
She kisses the fetish.
What's Dame's rising sign?
I'll give it to you in a minute.
Sorry.
I was thinking, like, what is it? She kisses
Sorry,
the
London.
fetish.
Scorpio.
Yep.
It's okay. She kisses it.
Here we go.
She goes in. 1.
Dame Tamura. Wow. Explain how you do not pull the sword from the stone.
Got it.
Oh. She goes up to it and like she fully expects to rip this thing out. So she grasps it like this, like I'm trying to grab something. It's good. Listen, okay. I get like, ashy. I was gonna grab this, but it was gonna look weird if I just have like lotion within the arm's reach.
Hey man,
You just pointed it out.
I mean, now
I want to explain the hesitation because you're like, what the fuck is there? No, here's the bottle. Here's an Auburn bottle.
You didn't even need to explain the lotion.
no, I don't want an explanation. Continue.
She grasps the tip of the sword like this, basically. Like she
Just the
barely
tip?
she barely puts any force on it as she goes in
Yeah.
and just like barely tries to just like lift it like with 2 fingers, basically. Doesn't work. She tries to go in and like pull it more, but doesn't work. So she gives up and just sort of glides away back to the crowd.
That's that's wild. I thought you had it personally.
Is there any? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yes, but it's okay. I was meant to be here to witness who pulls the sword out of the stone.
Well, prepare yourself, Tamura.
Tamura.
Tempola.
Tamura.
Correct. Okay.
If Clarion pulls the sword, I have lost all faith in the gods.
Prepare yourselves, lads
Never do
and
that.
ladies.
Don't
And
do that.
And Tamura, I must real quick, Sir Clarion, before you roll, I'm gonna tell you some information because I want to give some new information to the audience and to ourselves. Tamura, I have to apologize. I should have told you that you could, if you wish, use one of your passions on your passion list to help you try to pull the sword from the stone. Now, passions are, in a way, kind of like luck. In Call of Cthulhu, you can use it to help bring an advantage to yourself, perhaps help you get a success or a critical success in both your trait and skills and in combat. You can only use passions, each passion, one time a day. So if you choose to use your passion, you can only use it that once, and then you have to rest a full day to use it again.
But the question would be on something like this, where you're trying to roll a specific number, you're not testing something. Are you still able to use your passions in a case like this?
Right. That is true. I just, wanted to apologize because I didn't give you this information before you tried that.
Would I have been able to?
You could have, but it may or may not have helped in any way.
Cool.
Would I be able to roll again or something if I use a passion?
If you use a passion, you would roll for that passion roll. However, I do think for this moment, I don't think it's called for. So I was just kind of throwing that out there. So don't worry about that. As I'm thinking of it, remember now this is a learning experience for all of us. As I'm thinking about it, I personally would not use the passion because this is such a specific number. And so yeah. But perhaps we'll get to using passion rolls in a little bit. Just wanted to make sure we're covering stuff here and there as we're all learning. But Sir Clarion, I have a number chosen. It's going to be the same number I chose with Dame Tamura. Please roll that d20 and let's see if you got it.
I'm not ready. I haven't finished my wind up.
Oi, Clarion!
If he pulls
Remember to
his
grasp
sword,
it.
he pulls his
Grasp it
sword
real
from the
good.
stone.
He pulls some of his chainmail back. He goes forward with a 20, a nat 20.
A critical 20. Wow. As you're pulling, you feel the veins in your head about to burst. You are also unable to pull Excalibur from the stone.
Avalloc lapse.
I'm
surprised Clarion
that
knew.
stone. I mean, Logie was at work.
Does anyone have any chalk? No?
I'm surprised Clarion knew which way to pull this sword with the amount of brains he has. Thought he was gonna push it downwards.
Hey,
Oi! You
try. He
mentioned
is
you
a
have
right
to
idiot.
push it, right?
I'll try again later on.
Keeper, DM, GM, Sir, God. Do I notice any other royalty or any other nobles in the crowd that are watching this? Other than the five of us? In particular, any beautiful ladies?
Well, actually, yes, now that you mention it, perhaps you are perusing around. If you would give me a spiritual roll.
A spiritual roll?
Yes, which is one of your traits. Let's see.
13.
13, yes. So I need a 13 or lower.
All right, 13. That is a 10.
A 10. Excellent. As you are looking around, trying to notice if you see anybody you know or may want to know, you do see a strange figure that you may or may not know of or know about. This figure is an old man, a white goatee, a hooded cloak. Underneath the cloak, you notice a metal kind of hat that he's wearing. He has a very large staff. If
Hot.
everybody notices this figure, Sir Evrain, if you point this figure out, I'll need a trusting and suspicious trait roll from everybody.
Did he look so suspicious that I would need to point him out? I'm looking
Well-
for a specific lady.
Well, you do know
And I'm-
this figure. It's not a lady, but you know this figure as the legend himself, Merlin.
Ah.
Oh,
Tamura wants to go over to him.
if our trusting and suspicious are both 10, Am I just trying to hit a 10 or lower?
At that point, you'll need to either choose which one you want to roll.
Okay, I will.
Um,
Do I need to roll this as well?
Yes,
if
if
it is Merlin,
everybody,
I will definitely will point it out to everybody.
yeah,
I'm really
if
suspicious.
everybody will roll either trusting or suspicious, whichever one is the highest.
That's a 10.
I rolled a 3, which passes my trusting.
Okay.
I rolled a fucking 3 versus a 10 as well.
I did a 10 for
Did we
suspicious.
just become best friends?
All right.
We've been best friends.
Real quick, everybody who is rolling trusting and got a success, please raise your hand. So just one. Everybody who is
Matt,
rolling
did you roll
suspicious and got a success, please raise your hand.
I had the 10 out of 10.
Okay, and everybody who failed on whatever they were doing, raise your hand.
Point and laugh.
All right, so Sir Avalloc and Dame Tamura, if you both would roll again, was it a regular failure or a critical failure?
19.
Okay, you're good.
And I had 10.
You're a regular failure.
I got a fat 20.
A fat
Ooh.
20.
Nice.
Dame Tamura, you automatically will have the opposite trait of whatever you were rolling.
Okay.
That's
So
pretty cool.
If that's either suspicious or trusting.
Okay.
And then Sir Avalloc, you need to re-roll because it was a basic failure. You'll need to re-roll, but it's for the opposite trait.
So I was rolling a 19, or so, okay. So
Mhm.
I was rolling for trusting,
Right.
and I got a 19, which
Right.
did not pass, which
Right.
means that I was suspicious. And then you made me roll again.
For
I got a
suspicious.
1. So that means I succeeded
Yes.
in being suspicious.
Yep. And so now we'll come back to it. Everybody who rolled for trusting, please raise your hand. Okay, and succeeded.
Oh, I didn't succeed.
Okay. In the end, did you succeed trusting? No? Okay. All right, so Sir Evrain, you know that legend has it that Merlin is a great and powerful wizard, and that he was at the side of Uther Pendragon, and is a great man, has great powers, and has the best of Britain in his heart and in his mind. He wants the best for everyone. And he will do whatever needs to be done to make sure that Britain is great again. Now, the rest of you rolled, and you all are suspicious. Now, you know and have heard of Merlin being a demonic entity, that he dabbles in black magic, and that he stole the great King Uther Pendragon's son, apparently, and also led to the downfall of King Uther.
So just for visual purposes, Avalloc was joyously, childishly laughing at Sir Clarion and his failures, and then as this wizard walks up, he suddenly gets quiet and sits up straight.
You're coming over to Merlin?
No. I
Okay,
see
I see.
Merlin
All right, I see.
across the way, and after noticing him, I stop laughing and I stare straight forward, waiting for Clarion to come back so that we can go and have a meal.
Yes, and in that moment, as you are all looking, the crowd begins to keep building up as more knights and noblemen try their hand at pulling Excalibur from the stone. And at this time, it is growing a little bit later in the day, and perhaps, Sir Avalloc, you mention a meal or a drink. And in Londinium, there are many alehouses and taverns you could journey to have a good meal and drink.
I can't remember the last time I drank water.
What?
That's really not good.
It's not safe. Drink beer, like a It's healthier for you. It's
Same.
cleaner.
See, the dame speaks true.
Yes.
I had a cousin who drank water one time. He went into the woods and never came back out.
Exactly.
But you can hear it.
You can hear what?
The diarrhea.
Oh, come on.
Are you sure? I mean,
All
Sir
right, the
Avalloc,
rest
there
of you,
is
I
a
could,
woman present.
I
Tamura's
could
gonna
go
say a prayer.
I could go for a fine duck stew if they have it.
are you sure he wasn't drinking the water because he had the diarrhea?
Oh, I don't think that was the case at all. He seemed
No,
like
you
upright
can
and
get-
fine.
You can
Can we
get
s-
diarrhea from the water.
Did you not
we
boil the water beforehand?
Just drink beer. The beer is clean.
Boiled water?
It's healthy. All the children drink it. The babies drink it. Everyone drinks the beer.
And
They
and,
say that beer possesses divinity.
Or the
Mm,
wine.
yes.
Oh, I love wine. Brings me back.
excuse me, are you talking about beer?
Or
Uh,
wine.
Sure.
Mead is my preferred drink. but,
Yes, mead, beer, we have it all. If you want to go down the road, good sirs,
All right.
we have a wonderful alehouse. The Golden Honey Bar is a couple of blocks down the street. If you wish to partake in some good mead.
Do you have a duck stew or anything to eat?
Oh yes, we have duck stew, goose stew, goose
Oh.
meat.
Who are you?
I'm the son of the owner of the tavern.
And the owner's name is.
I didn't think this far ahead.
I see. Gotcha.
Hold on. Hold on. Let's
Alright,
think.
alright,
Let's think.
yeah, who's
You're Erdrick's boy.
He just came up to us and started talking to us. I just
Arthur?
wonder
Alright.
who this is.
Here we go. And who are you?
I'm Uldrick.
Okay.
And
thought
what
your
is your
father was-
father's name?
Johnson.
Yildrick.
Family name?
Liechtenstein.
That's
Stop bullying God.
that's enough. That is enough. Enough. How the fuck would you say enough? Hang on. Pause real quick.
That's enough.
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 That's
Enough.
enough,
That's
gentlemen.
enough.
Any
Oh.
British fans we have
Wow.
is gone.
To the
Yeah, yeah.
golden brick house.
My queens.
Come along, everyone. It's not a joke. I need a duck stew.
And as you mount your steeds again, if you dismounted them, you begin to make your way down the small roads that are built into Londinium. As you pass by the different buildings and houses that crowd the streets, including the crowded streets that are filled with the peasants, you make your way to the entrance of this wonderful tavern that you've been pointed to by the young Liechtenstein boy that I've already forgotten.
Licky lose.
Licky Loos. Yes, you've made your way. I'm gonna. All right, we're renaming this tavern to Licky Loos.
Perfect.
Retconning it, and you made your way to the entrance, and you can go inside if you wish. To
Indeed.
Licky Loos.
Hand me my coin and take glue. Stay out here with glue, please.
Oh, yes, your liege.
I will
And-
return.
And this is Charger. Charger? It's Charger. Behave yourself.
And actually, I failed to mention this earlier, but you all, including Sir Avalloc, have your own squires with you. So you all have your own squire, and your squire is going to help you out in tomorrow's tournament. If you've been to a medieval times before or a Renaissance fair, squires usually help arm you and will gather your equipment and your weapons, especially during the tournament. And if you fall off your horse or get killed, they're going to help pull you off to the side and bury you.
Oh, perfect.
Excellent. So as you enter Licky Lou's, you notice that this is a hopping tavern filled with mead, beer, men, women, knights, noblemen, poor, Rich. Everybody's here having a good time, and there's a band playing, and they've got quite the jig playing. Also, it's quite thumping.
Yield Freebird.
Play that funky music, lute boy.
Yes. To a table.
And yes,
Of course, duck stew with the mead.
and as you move to your table and begin to drink and feast, perhaps one of you has one of those big turkey legs as you're chowing down.
I would definitely have a big turkey leg.
If one of you or if all of you would give me either an awareness or a recognize. Yes, recognize or an awareness skill roll, please.
All right, got it.
Got a 1.
19 versus
Natural
8.
1.
I
Okay.
failed.
1 second. What is it? Wait, what? Huh?
A awareness or recognize skill roll, please.
I failed, and I would
Success.
like to be. I'm the only one who failed, and I would like
I
to be
failed.
telling an in-depth story that no one's paying attention to.
I'm listening, and I'm the only one listening because I failed with a 19 versus 8.
Well, we're besties anyway, so.
Mm-hmm. I'm staring deeply into Sir Avaloc's eyes. as he
And
tells the
so
story.
I'm running through this forest.
And as Sir Avalloc is telling this wonderful story, you can continue with the story. Just kind of
I'm
lower the
running
volume.
through-
Yeah. As Sir Avalloc is telling this story, our three knights who did notice these two other knights. Did anybody get a critical success? Nope.
No.
Just a regular success. You notice a newly knighted lad off into the corner of one of the booths with a older knight, and you suspect this older knight, this retired hedge knight, to be the father of this newly appointed younger knight. You hear him talking to his father. Well, father, I don't know whether or not I should use the lance tomorrow, or if I should use a spear. It's okay, Kay. It's going to be all right, I promise you. I used a lance for many times, for many years, and I never had a problem in any sort of joust.
So what are you guys gonna use, a lance or a spear?
I think I'll use a sword.
For a joust? I wouldn't recommend that for a joust.
It's
Oh, I tell you,
sarcasm. It's
you're the
Oh,
funniest chap I've ever met, Chaosium. Mess up your name.
And-
Oh,
And this young
They're
knight,
talking the whole time.
this young knight that you notice notices all three of y'all, or actually all four of y'all, and begins to make his way over here. My fellow knights, hello. You are all on the blue team tomorrow. You're serving under King Leodegrance, correct?
I do believe so.
Gamemaster question.
Who are you?
Is it like Leodegrance versus Uther, or like?
Well, Uther is no longer with us. It's been
Okay.
15 years since his death.
Oh, well, okay, great. Got it. So I am with Team Leodegrance. Cool.
Yes. At this point, you would know that you are fighting on the blue team, which is
Cool.
King Leodegrance. His team, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, please let me know in the chat or in the comments. But this young knight comes in and asks you this question, and Dame Tamura, you ask, who am I?
Who might you be?
Yes, who are you? You walked over to us. Hello.
Oh, yes, I'm Sir Kay, and this is my father. He's a retired hedge knight, Sir Ector.
Ah, nice to meet you, Sir Kay.
Yes, it's nice to meet you, milady.
Tamura.
Tamura. And will you be... I guess you will be. I see your blue ribbon, and as I did not talk about earlier, you all have a blue ribbon on your tunic. on your left shoulder that is wrapped around, or not your left shoulder, but wrapped around your left arm, which qualifies you all to be on King Leodogranc's team. Please stop shaking your head.
No, that was no, unrelated.
I'm messing with you. No. It really never says in the rule book when that kind of happens, like when you know that you're on the blue team. So yeah, you all already knew that you were serving under King Leodograncia in the tournament tomorrow.
Not only did we know we're all on the blue team serving in the tournament, Ian in our Twitch chat decided to drop the "nice to meet you" pun.
That's very good.
So
yes.
everyone scold Ian for that.
That's very good.
Bad Ian.
That's very good.
And
No.
So, Sir K, is
yes.
this, not to be rude, but you do seem like a young buck.
Yes, I was just knighted about 4 weeks ago by our very own King Leodrans for some very virtuous and honorable things that I did.
This your first tournament?
It is. Is it that easy to tell?
Well, just judging based on your age. No, again, no offense, but I will tell you, the greatest tip I can give you about your tournaments, watch out for horse shit, because it's everywhere. I mean, just quite literally. Fellas, we all agree on that?
It's funny you even bring it up.
It's everywhere.
Man.
And you see his father kind of perk up. Oh, yes, I've actually told Kay about horseshit and watching out for it on the tourney field. I was actually in a battle years and years ago where a horse in front of me as we were charging down the field had massive diarrhea and it splattered all over my armor.
You know, some would think that was a blessing.
Not
I
the
don't,
first
but some
time
would.
I've heard that. Yeah.
They say it's good luck when something shits on you, like a bird.
Like a bird.
It makes you healthy, in fact. Yes.
And a horse's shit is a lot bigger than a bird shit, so...
Yes, so better
Blessing.
luck.
And
So,
a-
Sir Kay, have you had good luck since then?
well, as you are all conversing and you're asking that question, Tamura, to Sir Kay, Sir Evrain, you are kind of pushed a little bit back in this crowd, and you notice a kind of a jolt behind you with your coin purse that is attached to your side. You turn around and you notice two individuals, a very scruffy older gentleman and a very young boy grabbing this older gentleman and in a wrestle tugging at one another.
Am I bigger than both of them?
Of course you are. You stand at 6'8".
Can I tell? Think 6'9". Can I tell
Six-
which one of them has the coin purse?
You notice that nobody has the coin
Nice.
purse, but I won't make you do a roll for time's sakes, but you notice that your coin purse is kind of loosened and was grabbed at one point by one of these individuals.
I'd like to grab them both by the clothes, like kind of like by the scruff, if you will.
Okay, excellent. And if you will either give me a forgiving or vengeful trait roll, please. Whichever one is the highest.
They're the same. I will roll forgiving.
Okay.
That is a failure.
A failure, so you'll need to re-roll for the opposite.
All right, rolling for vengeful. That is a success. 3v10.
Okay. You are a little mad at the young man and this older gentleman who have pushed you back, and it seems as though one of them has tried to take your coin purse, and perhaps both of them may have tried to.
Did either of you take anything from my person?
I'm so sorry, sir. I was trying to get the... Stop! Your liege, I'm so sorry, but I was trying to apprehend this individual who was trying to steal your coin purse from the back of you.
And who are you to detain people on my behalf?
And Sir Kay steps in between you and the young man. Arthur, I told you to go and get the bags. What are you doing here? But Kay, this individual is trying to steal this knight's coin purse. As a squire, it is my duty to protect all of you. Yes, Kay, I understand. Playing too many characters. Yes, Arthur, and we appreciate that, but go tend to the bags. I need my sword tomorrow morning and my lance. Fine. Sir, I apologize, but this individual, by truth, was trying to steal your coin purse.
I do have my own squire to look out for me. I do not need unknown people handling my business for me. And I'd like to kind of let go of him, but kind of with like a very slight shove.
My apologies. Kay, Father, I shall see you later. And this young individual leaves out the door.
Like, this is just a question because this is my lack of knowledge. What would be the age of a squire generally? Because like I'm like a 21 and a knight, right? So
Right. Squires are around, I believe, 13 to 17.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're very young. Arthur is. You could probably assess that he's around 14 to 15.
Okay.
Maybe 16. But he leaves out the door, and the older knight comes to you and says, please forgive my younger son. He is quite giddy and very excited to be here. It's his first time squiring, as it's my son Kay, Sir Kay's first time at the tourney. But I'm sure all of you must get rest if you are all going to be on King Liedogrance's team tomorrow morning, and with that, me and my son will retire to our tents. You should do the same after you've had a good hearty meal and some drinks. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. After you... yes. Oh, you said cool. Okay, cool. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to pick up the morning of the tournament. So let's take a quick break. Everybody refill your drinks, go to the potty, get a snack, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few. We shall see you in a bit. Ciao!
I'm gonna refill my...
unhinged. Da, 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 da. Yeah, we were just talking about
The
Spinal
Druids.
Tap and how great yes, the Druids.
The
How
Druids.
great it is. But welcome back, everybody,
So
to
good.
Spot Hidden, where we are playing Pendragon, the 6th edition quick start scenario, the Adventure of the Sword Tournament. Welcome back. I'm joined, of course, with good friends Trevor, Michael, Matt, Price, and London, and we are off to the morning of the tournament, as our fellow knights have begun to armor up with their squires at their sides. Their horses are armored as they make their way to the tourney fields outside of the walls of Londinium. And of course, for everybody who is joining us, or if you're just watching the video on YouTube and you skipped to this point for some reason, I don't know why, but if you did,
Most replays.
these knights and Dame, I guess you are also a knight. So all of these knights are entering this tourney to have the opportunity to try and become the king of Britain and perhaps pull the sword from the stone. And some of these individuals have already tried but failed at pulling the sword from the stone. And that sword is Excalibur, the sword that was once held 15 years ago by High King Uther Pendragon. Alright. So, we come to the tourney fields. The blue team, which makes up you all, and King Leogrance are on the... or you're on one side of the field. I'm not going to say left or right, because it's going to get confusing. On the other side of the field, you have the Knights of Gore, which you've already...
We'll make it easy for you real quick, Hudson. Are we east or west?
Excellent. You are west, and the Knights of Gore are east.
West?
West, yes.
Oh.
For many.
Hold on real quick. Let me see which king is with the Knights of Gore. Let's see.
Wait, we're blue and we're on the west, so are we Crips?
Sorry.
It's not
Yes.
blocked.
The
I believe
Bloods?
it's Urian.
Gen 1 Crips.
I'm going... Let's see. Yeah.
Gen 1.
Beta version. Crips.
It's the alpha.
Yes, I believe...
Alpha
All right.
Crips.
And at the other end, so the east side, or west, you see the red team, who is being led by King Urian of Gore and his fellow knights and bodyguards of Gore. There are 5 knights that you'll need to defeat. And, or I guess it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Five knights of Gore that you'll need to defeat. So the tournament itself, you are using blunted lances and spears and swords and other weaponry. All weapons do half damage, so keep that in mind, because I'm going to have to keep that in mind. And the object of this tournament is to capture the enemy or your opponent. And to do that, you either need to knock off their horse, or make a major wound to a certain opponent. And if you look at your character sheets, down at your health, you'll see your hit points. And below your hit points, you'll see the knockdown score and your major wound score and your unconscious score. But hopefully we won't have to get to that. But other than that, for the first thing we need to do is if everybody will make a valorous trait check. So we're going to see if everybody is sitting upright on their horses. Valorous, it's at the very bottom of your traits.
That's
I
it.
have a 16 in that.
Same.
So do I.
That is
Success for me.
So what does that mean, Hudson, with that 16?
12 versus 16.
Did
3
you,
versus
add it?
15.
If you
17 versus 16.
It's above 15, right? So that gives it something.
it's above 15, so it's famous. Yes.
Yeah.
Same.
And so let's look at that real quick. So famous.
Is it 15 and above or like
Success.
16 and above?
15 and above.
Cool. So mine is also famous and I succeeded.
Yeah, so famous and exalted traits must also be rolled first, and unmodified exalted traits never fail. And so a 15 and plus is famous. If you have a 20 plus trait, it is exalted, which I believe nobody has a 20 plus.
No.
Only a young squire does, and he's off somewhere.
Really?
No.
I wonder
Well,
what
he-
squire.
he is off somewhere. We'll get
It's
to him.
Bob.
We'll get to him momentarily.
What does my horse have to do with anything?
Neville.
It's Trigger. Or wait, what's your horse's name, Sir Evrain?
Oh, it was Logan, but I was joking.
Logan,
that it was
yes. Who's Trigger? Is it Tamura?
Charger?
Charger, that was it.
Charger the Charger.
Charge. Yeah. All right, so back to it. Who all got a success? Raise your hand. Did anyone get a critical success? Someone got a failure?
What's wait?
Okay.
Remind the critical success again. What was that?
If you match the number.
Yeah, you would get that. You have the success, and you would get an extra bonus with it. But nobody got a crit. But you did get a basic failure, Sir Cwenhild. So you will need to roll for the opposite trait, which is
Shit.
cowardly.
Shit.
And if you fail on that, you'll just get to choose either whichever one you wish to take the stance of your horse, or however you would wish
Okay.
to sit on your horse.
So my cowardly score is a 4. I got a 5.
Okay, so you failed. So which one do you choose? Do you choose valorous or cowardice?
I would rather be valorous than
Excellent.
cowardly. Yeah.
Yeah. Learning experience for all of us. I don't know if it's something different. For these traits. We've never
It's
really had to do
interesting,
this
though. I
to
kinda like it.
roll for how our character reacts on a specific thing. Usually we're like, yeah, our character hops onto this and we ride off, victorious or honorable or cowardly.
Yep.
But this is interesting. Excellent. So you all are sitting upon your horses upright. Perhaps, Sir Cwenhild, you are kind of looking around at the other ones, a little bit maybe nervous, or trying to figure out what posture you should take, and you finally figure it out. Let me take the upright posture. I'm going to be courageous. And yes, so at this point, let me read real quick. All right, so right here is a good point to talk about passion again. If you wish to invoke your passion, you may, and you get to choose one of the passions that you're invoking that you think would go along with this. And again, this is kind of like trait in a way. This passion is going to give you a bonus for your trait or skill. In this moment in combat, it would give you a bonus towards your skill, your combat skill. And you would get to choose what you're kind of fighting for, or lusting for, or, emotional for in this moment. So if we look at the passions, I'm looking at Sir Evrain's character sheet. You have a passion of honor. You have a passion for fealty for King Leogrance, which that would be good. Maybe you're fighting for your king. You want to do good for your king and be honorable and win for your team. You have a love, perhaps for family, perhaps for a wife and children. You have adoration. Lady Orcades of the White Tower. I don't know who that is.
She's my She's who I vowed on the spot to accomplish great
Oh
deeds in her
yes,
name.
yes.
My wife.
She's my waifu. if
Your
you would,
waifu, yes. I don't know why
Yeah.
they wouldn't just put that with
Yeah.
love, family. Okay, all right. So, all right, yeah, cool.
She and I aren't technically together, which is why I think that might be.
Okay, so y'all are still just kind of like dating.
They're long distance.
I don't know actually. Like
You
I
don't wanna-
caught sight of the most
It's
radiant beauty.
complicated.
Okay,
I'm not sure if she knows who I am yet.
okay. Oh, okay. So y'all are just kind of Snapchatting.
Sure.
Okay, excellent. And then you have like devotion, and then station, so your nobility, and then you have hospitality. So how good of a hostess you are at the front desk.
Is it Hampton or
That was Sir Evrain.
no,
But,
no, I'm saying like where does is it at a Hampton hotel? Is it
oh yes,
um
I thought you were asking for
Marriott?
Sir Hampton, who is actually next to you, Sir Clarion, asleep on a bench.
Oh, Hampton. Come on now. Yeah, there's a attorney. Pay attention.
He's not waking.
Okay, he's fine.
But if any of you would like to use one of your passions to give you a bonus in this first a battle or round of attacking, you may, because we're about to enter that.
I would like to.
Can I roll against my 15 of fealty for King Leodogons?
Yes, you may.
All right.
And anybody who else would like to roll for one of their passions, they may.
2 versus 15 for fealty.
Excellent. A success.
King Leodogons. Perfect.
I'll go with homage to my lord, which is a 15. And I got a 13.
I would like to roll towards my adoration of Lady Morcadis.
Excellent.
That is a 9/10.
Excellent.
Honor 15. I rolled a 14.
All right.
I didn't do it, but I failed.
Oh, a failure. Dadgummit, I was really hoping we wouldn't get to that.
Wait, is it okay if I use my lance instead of using like a passion?
Yeah, you don't have to use a passion at all.
Should I just roll? Should I have rolled then if I wasn't going to?
We'll get to that moment in just a second.
Oh, never
the,
mind.
The
I don't do
passion, you
anything.
want to do it before the first kind of strike or before you get into combat.
Gotcha.
Or
yeah,
if you're
well,
during combat.
I'll-
Okay,
I'll
you're gonna
pass.
hold back. All right, cool. So
Yeah.
everybody else got a basic success, correct?
Yes.
2
Excellent.
versus 15. Yeah.
I got a
Excellent.
success.
Awesome.
I got a success.
We know what
That's
you
what I
mean.
I didn't stutter at all.
So with a regular
didn't say
success
jag.
on passion rolls, you get inspired, and you gain a checked passion. So if we were playing a campaign, you would put a check next to your passion that you rolled, and that would increase it later on, I believe.
Oh,
But-
it's like skills in Call of Cthulhu.
Correct. But with the inspired, a temporary +5 bonus to a single skill or trait is chosen by the player while the situation persists. Okay, and so this passion that succeeds, you gain this modified experience or modified +5 to your skill or trait just for one turn. So this one turn is going to be the first combat roll. So everybody who succeeded will get a +5 on whatever skill or trait they wish to add it to. So in this moment, we're going to all look at our decks. And I believe we are going to, let's see, where's combat? Yeah, combat, yeah. If timing is important, combat declarations are made in ascending dex order so that the lowest deck declares first and the highest is last. Okay, so let's all go through our dex order real quick. If you look at the top of your character sheet, you'll see your dexterity. And whoever is the lowest will go first. I know that the Knights of Gore, there's 5 of them, and they all have a dexterity of 11. You have a dexterity of 3, Sir Clarion, or is it 13? 12.
I have
12.
13.
10.
My deck's 12.
What?
What?
My deck's 12.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
10.
Sit now.
So I think Sir Evrain goes first.
Sir Evrain will go first.
What's your dex?
13.
Mine's 10.
Whoever is the lowest will go first, and whoever has the highest will go,
I go
last.
last.
We both go last, right? 12.
10.
I think 12's right in the middle because they're all 11, correct?
I'm 10.
Or
Okay.
all the enemy team goes first.
So Cwenhild will
10.
go first. If I'm reading this correctly, because I would insist you charge first. I'm not telling you to charge first, but I would highly recommend charging first because you are at a jousting tournament, and that's what you would need to do. And it's better for you because you are 12 yards apart.
Okay.
And that is the legal terms for charging in this rule book. I believe you will all technically go first before me, the opponent team, does. So the players go first, and then I have my own team of dexes that will have to go.
Okay.
So it's like team 1 and then team 2. Okay, then goes. So y'all will all go in ascending, or what is it? Yeah, ascending order. So Sir Cwenhild, you will go first because you have a 10.
10.
And then whoever, does anybody have an 11? Whoever has a 12? All right, there's 2. So we'll have to roll for, y'all roll a d20, and whoever has the highest will go, and then the other one will go next after them.
Got an 8.
I got a 14.
All right, so Sir Avalloc, you'll go, and then Sir Clarion, you will follow after, who has a 13 dex. Sir Evrain.
Yes, 13 deck. Sorry.
All right, you'll go, and then Dame Tamura, what's your dex?
12.
Wait, come on, Dame.
Can you roll a d20, please?
She's a woman, so she goes last.
You're saying who's got D11s, who's got D12s?
I said I had
or
a
who
12.
rolls?
I already said it.
12.
What?
I already said I had a 12.
12.
Can you
Back when me and
roll a
Trevor raised our
d20
hand?
for me, please?
It's 9.
9. All right, who got an 8? All right, so, and then who got a 4? All right, Sir Avalloc, you go, then Sir Clarion, and then Dame Tamura. So Dame Tamura, you go after Matt, and then last but not least, Sir Evrain.
Whoa,
What'd you say?
Tamura goes
Oh yeah, that switch it
in the
around.
middle.
So yes, Tamura, you go after Avalloc,
That's me.
Trevor, and then after you, Tamura, Matt goes, Sir Clarion, and
Sir
then
Matt.
Sir Evrain. So yes, all right. So excellent. We're off to it as the tourney master comes out and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, on the east side of the bank, we have the knights of the blue team, and on the west... Wait, hold on. The west side of the field, we have the knights of the blue team, and on the east side of the field, we have the knights of the red team. Welcome, one and all, as the tourney of Excalibur begins."
Yeah.
You see the crowd roaring with cheers, everybody yelling for the blue team, everybody yelling for the red team. I was forgetting the king's names, but yes, we have Leo Grants, who you are all fighting for, and on the other side you have King Urion of Gore and his followers. Everything quiets down, and you see the tourney master off to the side of the field with all the squires standing at the ready making sure that they have the weapons that you need prepared for if you fall or if your weapon breaks, they are able to get to your side and give you a fresh and new one. The tourney master looks back and forth, and then all of a sudden you hear, "Let them go! Let them go! Let them go!" 3 times as Sir Cwenhild leads off. If you will give me a charge roll, please. So,
Okay.
if you will roll your charge, which is right next to your lance, you'll see
Sure.
it. Yep. And if you'll roll that, let me make sure. Yep.
Are we going off value? Because my value is 15.
My value is 12, and I rolled a 7.
Then you
Versus 15?
succeeded. You succeeded, and so I need to roll a dex roll.
I gotta roll again because my fucking dice.
All right, and I have a dex of 11. I'm going to have to pass, or I will take damage.
Wait, do we get to? You said we get to add 5 to
Oh,
a
that's
skill.
right. That's right. Yes, everybody who succeeded on their passion roll gets a +5 to whatever skill. I would suggest doing it with this charge skill.
So that would mean I could roll a 17 or under.
Well,
Go get it.
yes.
Okay.
Because-
But I rolled a 7. So
So here's all right. Focus up, Jay. Because I got a real hard hitter question for you. So my charge value on my character sheet is 15. We get to add 5. I succeeded with that roll. Whatever was the one adding the fealty.
Right.
We get to add 5. I'm adding that 5 to my charge. I rolled a 20, which would typically fail. 20
Correct.
versus 15. I've added 5. Now it's 20 versus 20.
Correct. Which means that you will no longer get a fumble. You automatically, if you hit a 20, get a critical success.
God damn, I'm good.
And
So-
we can save this inspiration for a later roll, correct?
I would you would need to use the passion on the skill that you're about to use. You wouldn't be able to use it on another round. After this round, it would die out.
Gotcha.
Apparently.
Okay. I succeeded without it, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Okay. All right. Cool. So we're gonna stick with Sir Cwenhild real quick. I failed on my dex roll, so I'm gonna take damage. And so if you'll roll for damage, please.
Okay.
And so you'll.
So that'd be
Yep.
7d6.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to re-roll one of these because I only had 6 d6s, but so that'd be 1, so 4, 6, 8, 14, 17 plus so plus 5, so 22.
20. Jeez Louise, good job.
Man.
And so before I use my armor points to subtract some of that damage, I have to look down at the knockdown and major wounds. And first of all, I look at the knockdown. My knockdown is 15. You hit 22 damage. You dismount this Knight of Gore, giving 1 point to the blue team. Excellent. Next up, Sir Avalloc. And real quick, for your final phase, so you attack and then you move. You're heading towards the other end of the field, so the east side of the field. Do you want to continue that way and perhaps turn around? What is your movement if you wish to move?
Since I knocked him off, yeah, I guess I'd like to, continue on and then turn back around and go back to the team. And while I do that, I go, "Tyr be praised."
Excellent, excellent. All right, and we're off to Sir Avalloc. Avalloc, you're going to do the same thing.
I charge. 13. Yeah, I can't fail a charge because 15 valiant. So 13.
All right, 13, excellent. And I'm going to roll for Dex. Got to get 11 or lower. Oh, I got a 1, so a success. But you did hit. Can you roll for damage, please?
That is a 66, and I'll just do this and this. 11 plus 7, 18.
18. Excellent.
Cool.
So, looks like, here we go. If we look at the combat, where is it? Okay, cool. So since I was able to make a basic success, I will not take that damage. However, you did hit me and kind of move me back as we pass each other. And
Cool.
it is onto your movement phase. Would you like to do the same thing as Sir Cwenhild, or would you like to do something different?
I didn't knock him off, so I get ready to turn back around, and we'll charge at each other again, as per the practice.
Excellent, excellent. And then we're going to move on to Dame Tamura. Dame Tamura, what would you like to do? Charge?
I want to charge.
Excellent. Charge it up.
And she's going to focus in and yeah. All right, so which is just the lance?
That is correct.
Fail.
Fail. Okay.
14 versus 12, yeah.
All right, 14 versus 12. Okay, all right. Let me, well, yeah, I wouldn't need to roll a dex anyways because you failed, but we glanced off of each other. Nobody took damage, but you went past the other rider, and you were close to Sir Avalloc, who is also preparing to head back and strike his opponent. What would you like to do? Would you like to do the same thing? Would you it's onto your movement phase. Would you like to do the same thing as kind of Sir Avalloc? Okay, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and to Sir Clarion, are you charging also?
Of course, with a 20 versus 20 crit, how could I say no?
Yes, so you automatically have a success. You had already rolled that. A critical success, and I believe it automatically hits. Yes. Yes, it automatically hits, so can you roll for damage, please?
I can. So my lance damage is 66, as it is with everyone else.
And with that critical success, yes, that's what it was. You add a... oh, geez. Good grief. I didn't realize that's how much it was. So a critical success adds an additional plus 4d6 to the damage characteristic for that round.
Good night.
So you get an extra 4d6.
Is it 10d6 total then?
10d6. And I just remembered...
Are you kidding me?
I'm not. And
This man is about to explode.
yes, but hold on. I just remembered, and I will allow it for everybody else, but the damage of the weaponry is supposed to be halved. So the damage that you see on the dice divided by 2.
Because these are blunted weapons for the joust.
Correct. If you want to use full contact, full force, it is going to subtract 1 point from your honor. Because this is a nobleman's sport, you don't want to hurt or kill another knight just trying to, be able to get this opportunity to pull the sword from the stone. But if you wish to be chaotic, you may, but you will lose honor points. And honor points will come up later on, perhaps in your campaigns or scenarios. For today's episode, I don't know if we will touch on honor as much.
So if my honor is 15 and go down to 14, I'd have to roll against 14.
Correct.
Okay. Alright, so I rolled 10d6 with a crit success for a total of 39!
Alright, and
damage.
I'll get my calculator real quick.
If I half that, it would be 19 and a half, which if we were to round up, 5 and up, we'd get to 20.
And
Total.
you knock down, or knock off, or dismount one of the Knights of Gore as you pass by this knight. Describe how your lance blows through this knight's armor, but you're not damaging this knight, his physical body, but his armor is kind of tattered as he falls off of his horse.
Unless I chose to spin an honor point and put this man up on a pike. Just
would win the
as a
approval of the
trophy.
Well, and here's the thing. If you want to do that, Sir Clarion, I would ask for a merciful or cruel trait roll. And it seems as though you have a higher merciful, but it is not famous or exalted, so you would be able to choose whether or not you roll for merciful or cruel trait roll. You see, this is where I enjoy it because I control what you decide to do.
I'm in charge.
Yeah.
All right, so if I say if I were to roll merciful, what does that imply for the situation? Let's say I want to spin an honor point. I want to do 39 damage to this poor son of a bitch.
Yeah, then I would roll cruel to see if you do it or not. And if you fail, then you are merciful, and he would take half damage. He's knocked off his horse, and his squire comes to his side, pulls him back to the sidelines, and you've taken a point for your team.
And my honor point?
You would lose your honor point if you are cruel and you dismount this knight, damaging him and hurting him and possibly killing him.
Set him up, boss. Let's play.
Oh,
all right.
God.
Let's roll for this shit. All right, so I'm spending an honor point. We're going for cruel. Now, my merciful, as you know, is a 13. My cruel is a 7. So I have to get
Roll
a
for
7.
cruelty.
7 or lower, correct?
7 or lower, correct.
Could you roll for another passion
You could
to
choose
increase your cruel?
Yes, you could choose another passion that was not the other passion that you've already chosen, but this will be the only time you can use that passion this day.
So like,
Understood.
I'm so in love with this woman, I'm gonna murder this man.
Yeah, for some reason.
So let's say, like, if I rolled against my
Sets me on fire.
She's like
my
up in
hot-
the crowds watching, like, please murder this young knight for me, please.
So if my
You
passion
got
of-
it, girl.
my passion of station of 15, I could use that in place of it, or
You need to roll station first to see if you have the right.
Yeah, you would need to roll for station. If you
Okay.
pass it, then yes, you'll get the extra modifier to that roll.
okay, we're gonna roll against my station. I don't quite know what that means in this context, but it has the number 15.
Okay.
We're gonna try and get a 15 or lower, or I guess under a 15.
All right, wait, hold on. You're rolling
Okay,
for
I'm
station.
holding. I haven't rolled yet.
Hold on. Am I looking at the right one? Yeah. All right, so Clarion. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. All right. So station. So all right. So again, describe why station is the one. You know, your station, your status. Why are you trying to dismount this man harmfully?
Because it's been too long, I've wandered on my own in search of a king to back and to stand alongside to die honorably for. And now we've deemed it down to a sword and a stone, and this is how we're going to decide? Well, don't count me as one who is going to stand aside and let these puny, insufferable wretches of the red team decide whether or not they are going to be stronger than I in pulling a sword from a stone.
And this is all happening in slow motion. You got a 3. All right, so a success. So you're inspired again.
Yeah.
So a temporary +5 bonus to a single skill or trait you may choose from.
There it goes.
Excellent. I believe you. So an extra +5.
Okay, +5 to my cruelty, correct?
That is
That's
correct.
fucking like cruelty.
Okay. All right.
He's
So
just
5
going for
plus
it.
7 is like what? 13.
13. So 13 or lower.
Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna get the action shot for this too. Here we go.
Please be a 20.
Fuck! It's a 19.
Ah, yes.
Damn.
Damn it!
So now you have to roll for the opposite trait, which is merciful.
Screw you, dude. You have to be merciful.
My merciful is a 13. Here we go. I rolled a 14.
A 14. Son of a gun.
Yeah, man.
You get to choose whether or not you're merciful or
Is that
or
really
cruel.
how it works?
Yes,
Let's
apparently
go.
so.
Is that really how it works? Because I'm gonna fuck this dude up.
All right, so you're gonna be cruel
I'm going
to this guy.
ruin his day.
All right, I gotta roll a dex roll then, and hopefully I get 11 or below. I get a 17. So how much damage do you do in total?
If we don't alter it, you can see it in the roll 20. I rolled for 39 damage.
And I believe I am going by the rules correctly. If not, please let me know in the chat or the comments.
That dude's
This
dead.
is all a learning lesson for all of us, but 39 points. Oh, Lord, you take 1 point off your honor score as you... Good grief. 39 points.
Mm-hmm.
You murdered one of the Knights of Gore. As your lance, perhaps it may have been tipped kind of stealthily at the end of
Put in his neck.
the lance. It goes into his neck, and a burst of blood comes out. As he's passing by Sir Evrain. Sir Evrain, what are you doing? You're also charging towards your opponent as your chainmail and armor is covered in blood.
Yeah, I guess I am charging.
Excellent. So please let me see a charge, and please don't kill any other knights.
That is an 8, so I successfully charge.
Excellent.
Oh man.
All right, so I'm gonna roll a dex save. A 7. Yes, I am good as we pass by each other, hitting one another, but we are not knocked off our horses nor take damage. But you do notice that the knight that Sir Clarion dismounted is throwing up blood in the middle of the tourney arena. And it kind of works out as squires and medical attention run onto the field. We are out of combat as these people are attending to this knight. But out of nowhere, another commotion begins. You hear off to the side Sir Kay, who is talking to his father, Hector, about his equipment. Father, listen, I need my sword. Where is my sword? It's okay. It's all right, Kay. I promise. Arthur's off to find it. He left it back at the tavern. I promise he will come back with the sword. It's okay. You'll be able to joust. All right, and we are off to round 2 of our fight. So Sir Cwenhild, actually, it is the opponent's turn to fight now. Excellent. So, first of all, it's going to be Sir Cwenhild. You dismounted yours, so good.
Yes.
Second, I believe, Sir Avalloc. You have a knight coming towards you. And
So we're still in combat?
we are now still in combat. He is going to be charging at you. Got to get a 17 or lower. Got a 5, so a success. You can make a dex saving roll to see if you don't take any damage or not.
Oh, it sounded like I had more options, but it's literally, hey, make a dex saving roll to see if you take damage. Sorry. I take damage.
Okay, all right. So let's see. 66s and half the damage because they're not going to be cruel like one guy.
Well, thank God, because, I mean, now they have every opportunity to do it. You know,
Yeah.
eye for an eye.
16, 19, 21, 23 divided by 2. What is that? 23 divided by 2.
So 11.5.
So probably 12, if we may. 12 points of damage. Now look at your knockdown. What is your knockdown?
12.
Really?
Really.
Okay. You are knocked off your horse, but you won't take any damage.
Yeah.
Because it's right at a 12. And the armor points that you have... What is your armor points? What is the total?
10 plus 6.
So 16. So you're knocked off your horse, but you're okay. So now your horse is going back to the where you started. And
Fucking glue.
yeah, you have been dismounted, but your squire is coming to your aid to hand you a sword.
I take the sword. Does he grab me? Do I get a shield? Or
Yes,
is it just a sword?
you may get your shield also. Whatever
Alright.
equipment you want, I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I toss the lance to him
Excellent.
if I still have it.
Excellent. And, alright, cool. So, that's good. Alright.
And I do a twirl with the sword. A little flare.
Alright, cool.
Wow.
Alright,
Yeah.
and next up, I believe, is Dame Tamura. You have a rider coming towards you. Let's see if they hit you or not. 17 or lower. 15, which is a success. I need a dex saving roll from you. Let's see if you miss it.
Success.
A success. Excellent. As they both just graze past each other, both hitting each other but not taking any damage. We're all good on that. Sir Clarion, you have, good grief, killed one of your knight that you were jousting. And last but not
worst.
least, Sir
Is he-
Evrain.
Is he dead yet, or is he still throwing up blood?
He's still throwing up blood. And let's
Oh!
let's give it a Game of Thrones twist.
Yes. Can I?
The go. No, I'm going to do it.
Damn it.
the
So
night
reminds me
of,
of that scene in the first book, you know, where the mountain just like
I
kills
know that.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Pedro Pascal.
Not
No, that's like in the first season where he's
Oh,
at
the
that
first one.
tournament.
yeah.
And he
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
Oh,
And
kills that
it's
dude at the turn,
it's
yeah.
funny
I
that
know, yeah.
guy ends up playing one of the Lannister brothers in House of the Dragon.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, but we'll say the knight that was coming back to joust Dame Tamura ran over the body of his fallen knight, Gore. And so you have a very mangled knight body on the tourney ground. As the squires were trying to pull it off, they weren't able to pull it off in time. But Sir Evrain, you have a knight coming towards you. They need a 17 or lower. A 9. Do you have a dex saving throw success?
I do. A 4 versus 13.
Excellent, as they graze one another. As you are all at each perspective ends of the field, you're about to begin to charge again at your prospective opponents, or respective opponents. But all of a sudden, you hear another commotion begin to uproar in the crowd, and off in the distance, getting closer, you give me awareness roll, everybody.
Awareness.
Awareness.
I succeed. 7 versus 8.
Okay.
I'm aware that I just
5.
failed that check.
Okay.
Is that everybody?
Yep,
I'm
that's
aware.
everybody.
I also failed a 7 versus 5.
Tamura. I failed too. Damn.
Tempora.
I am unaware by 1 point.
Okay. Did anybody crit that success? Nope. Just everybody has a basic success, and we have a failure.
So close.
Oh, I failed 7 versus 5.
Okay, 2 failures. All right. So the 2 failures that we have, perhaps maybe your armor was blocking out the sound. You maybe in the heat of battle. But off in the distance are successful hearing knights. You do notice that a lot of the crowd members and your king, Leodogrance, has looked towards the edge of the arena, towards a young squire who's yelling in a commotion, and he's waving people to come this way. Come, you haven't seen this squire before. He's a fresh young face, long black hair, a little bit of stubble on his chin, not fully grown beard. He's probably about 17. He wants to be a knight, but he's not a knight yet. He's a squire. And
Does he like lances a lot?
no, he's not Lancelot yet.
Oh, damn.
But yes, everybody begins to run away from the tourney and heading towards, it looks like St. Paul's Cathedral. If you wish to follow everybody, I would ask that you would all give me a horsemanship
Okay.
roll, please.
Is there a choice I have to continue this battle or go with everyone else?
You would need to go with everyone else. The battle has ended, or the tourney has ended. Sir Avalloc, you've been dismounted, correct?
Correct.
If you would like to remount your horse, I will allow it, but I would need a horsemanship
I have
roll.
succeeded my horsemanship. 14 versus 15.
I got a 1 versus a 12.
Excellent.
Versus 15.
Is the knight that's
I
about to
succeeded,
die
6.
dead yet?
What's that?
Is the knight that is about to die dead yet?
He's most definitely dead.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Well,
Ripping pasta.
I was gonna go and do like a nice gesture or something, but I guess I'll just go with everybody else. Where's my? Oh, there's my horsemanship. Sorry. Mine. Oh, I rolled a 1, but so
Okay.
I'm good.
Excellent. So all successes as you're able to move through the crowd on your horses. You see, you have the advantage of having the high ground, and you're able to see over the crowd of peasantry as they move through the city streets. You're moving at a slow rate. King Leodogrance and his bodyguards are way ahead of you, making their way to St. Paul's Cathedral. As you get closer to the very large cathedral that was built by the Romans before they left, you notice the old Roman architecture that's still very prevalent at this site. But as you get closer, you notice that the small little mound, there's a young squire in front of the stone and the sword that you remember, that you recall. You recall his name being Arthur. The sword is still in the stone, and you notice that the knight, Sir Kay, and his father, Sir Ector, are next to the boy. You hear a lot of carousing and yelling, and you see King Urion and what's left of the Knights of Gore ride past you and kind of a heated gesture, looking back at you with some not so well-off glances. As they get towards the mound, they dismount. You're not really near the front row seating of this site, but you can hear what is going on. You do hear that Sir Urion wishes to try to take the sword out of the stone. Move aside! I, Urion, will take Excalibur for myself.
You forgot to stretch.
And everybody closer to what is happening, you hear them say, "Let the boy try! Let the boy try! Let him try!" And you see Urion step back, and you see the young squire Arthur take both hands and put it around the hilt of Excalibur. And like warm butter, he pulls Excalibur from the stone and holds it up.
I immediately take a knee.
Yeah, I dismount and take a knee.
Okay.
Same, probably.
How about everybody else? Is everybody else taking a knee?
Yeah, I'll take a knee.
Okay.
I don't think I will,
Okay.
but I will. I'll dismount out of respect, but I wouldn't take.
I don't like this kid.
All right. Sir Evrain, do you know what you want to do? Do you know why you're doing that?
I have a king, a lord who died in a battle. I feel like I guess that was a lord, not a king. Yeah, I'll take a knee.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool.
I was like, I didn't want to like swear fealty to someone else, but I guess that the king would supersede my lord anyway, so that would make sense.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. And with that, you see King Leodorance get off or dismount off of his horse and head towards the mound, and begin to talk to Arthur, and say, "Give me the sword! Give me the sword! I can hold it. I'm a king worthy of holding Excalibur."
I choose to go stop it.
And Arthur. Oh, okay.
I choose to hear the commotion and then run up and then try to help get him off. No. He pulled out the sword himself. He is the king.
Excellent. Sir Avalloc, you will add 10 glory to your glory points. Yes.
Now, a quick question. Now he's like the high king, right? So like there's still like other kings and he's like the king on top of the kings, right?
That
Or
would
is
be
he-
correct. Arthur
So-
still has no idea what's going on in
Right.
this moment. He was trying to. This is kind of out of the story, or for the audience's sake, he was trying to find his brother Kay's sword, and found the sword in the stone, and thought he would try his hand at it, and
It
like a
worked.
snap, it worked, and he pulled the sword from the stone. Would anybody else like to follow Sir Avalloc in trying to get King Leodogrance away from Arthur?
I'd like
Yeah.
to work the crowd.
I'm too confused.
I will go
Clarion
help.
doesn't know what the fuck to think.
Okay. Sir Clarion,
Let's stay where
if
she
you
is.
wish to give me a honor roll, if you haven't already rolled honor, I can tell you what to do.
Okay, I'm rolling versus a 14 instead of a 15
Okay,
because I did use one,
that is correct.
and I rolled a 10 versus a 14.
Excellent. Excellent.
I say, you shall not harm my king.
You are going to follow King Leodogrance, and you're going to begin to face off between Sir Avalloc, since you are with Sir Leodogrance. This is away from the rule book, but it's kind of following.
No, I'm sure you're having fun. Yeah.
No, this
All
is
right,
where
cool.
I want it exactly, because now I can pick up a campaign exactly where I want it. Excellent.
Oh, I'm blurry.
Oh,
All right.
good
While
grief.
they're doing that, I want to like turn to the rest of the crowd and be like, "He pulled the sword. He is the High King.
Excellent.
We all kneel before Arthur."
And
King of the Britons.
Dame Tamura and Sir Evrain, what are you doing in this moment?
I was helping like getting the forget his name, the guy off of the kid, whatever king is trying to take the sword from him.
Okay, so you're with Sir
Leodogrance.
Avalloc.
He has a name.
I couldn't-
Asshole.
I couldn't remember it.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah,
That's
I'd like
the
to.
one.
I'm working on getting Neil Tyson off of Arthur.
A true triple threat.
Did you know that your life doesn't matter because space is so big?
Tamura, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
that
That
was
was a
nice.
good one. That was good.
Thank you.
Tamura, what are you doing?
He says shit like that all the time on Twitter.
You're kneeling.
Yeah, but she's still like watching. This is
Okay.
the thing she was meant to witness. This was the prophecy of Merlin that Lady Vivienne was speaking about, and she knows it at this moment.
And
So she's grounded.
okay, excellent. And with that, would you give me a religion check, Tamura?
Ooh, I succeeded. 3 versus 8.
Excellent. You notice that the cloaked figure that you recognized a day ago, being Merlin, is making his way up to Arthur at this point. As all the commotion is going on, you hear Sir Ector, the father of Arthur, talking to him. Arthur, you pulled the sword from the stone. You are the High King of Britain. But father, I don't know what to say. I'm no king. I'm just a squire. But how could I pull the sword from the stone? Perhaps the sword should go to Kay. No, Arthur, the sword goes to you. You are the High King. Arthur, there is something I have never told you, but you are not my real son. What do you mean, father? I'm your son, and Kay is your son. No, Arthur, you are not. You were brought to me and my wife at a very young age. You were a baby. You were brought to us by the wizard Merlin. Merlin? Well, who is Merlin? Well, I am Merlin. As you see the cloaked figure pull his hood down.
Arrives exactly when he needs to.
Oh wow, Hudson's playing a wizard. Never seen that happen before.
I am Merlin. Merlin, well, who is my father? Why, you're the son of Uther the Great. You are Arthur, king of all of Britain. You have pulled the sword of Excalibur. You are now king, and the land is won. And with that, our fellow knights who have pledged loyalty to the newfound king of Britain will fight at his side. The ones who did not and pledge fealty to King Leogrance would retreat back to his keep. However, his keep would become surrounded by the King of Gore, Urion's forces, and perhaps the knights who pledge loyalty to King Arthur will come at King Leogrance's aid at some point. But that is another story to tell for another time. And with that, we end tonight's episode. I hope everybody enjoyed the quick start session to Pendragon, the 6th edition. When we start, if we start, hopefully we'll start the campaign, we will try and pick back up with the sacking of King Leogrance's castle by Urion and the Knights of Gore, as Arthur has made his way into the woods with the wizard Merlin, has found out some stuff, figured out who he really is, and a day later he comes back out, rallies his knights, and heads towards the keep to save the knights from total disaster. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was definitely different from what we're usually playing, but yeah. Nothing bad with that.
100% enjoyed it. I killed a man.
Yes, you did kill a man, which is
nice.
Which is very bad in this kind of universe, but it's okay. It kind of played itself out, so.
For them, it might be. No, that was a good time, man. That was a good time.
Thank you for running this, Hud.
Yeah, thank you.
That was awesome. Yeah, I hope
I enjoyed this.
I hope 6th edition does come out soon, because I do kind of want to see what happens next. I don't know if we'll play the same characters, but I want to see what happens.
Yeah,
I want to keep playing Avalloc. I'm going to attach to this guy.
excellent. Yeah, and maybe when we do the campaign, you can make Avalloc your own, if you want to re-roll some stuff. Make him new.
I want to read up when they post everything about like the different religion options. because I really kind of want to keep. I like the Wodenic.
Yeah,
It's cool.
yeah.
I could keep rolling with Clarion because he's going to be an interesting character.
He's such an asshole. Like it's
Well, but the thing is, he's caught up in that bloodlust.
Right.
But like he's a dude, but now he's caught up between some confusing shit. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Battle
Yes.
tactics.
Spoiler alert, Matt, your character dies
Oh,
at the
well,
keep, so you'll
okay,
need to
well,
re-roll for a new character.
Fuck you and fuck your game. I don't want to play ever again. This sucks.
But real quick before we go, Michael Scott, we'll start off with you. If you got anything you want to tell us about, you got coming up, just let us know. Where can we follow you at?
You can follow me at Michael_B_Scott_ on Twitter if you like me retweeting things about football or fashion or public transportation.
You mean soccer?
And soccer. But no, and more importantly, keep checking out everything that Spot Hidden does. That's way more exciting than anything I do. But thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. London, who played a great Dame tonight. You want to plug yourself real quick?
Hi. Sure. Hello, everybody. My name is London. Thank you for watching. Follow Spot Hidden. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all the things. We really enjoy having you here. Yeah, that's it.
111 at all?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So me and Jackson, we have you don't know Jackson, but my friend Jackson, we have a podcast called 111. We were both born at the same time on the same day, 111, 1997, but we're very different people. So we talk about different things with that in mind.
cool.
Two different people with two different views, but we are great friends. So that's the podcast. Follow us now. Just episode 1 just came out. So yeah.
Banging. Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang.
Price.
What's up?
Price.
Hey, hi, I'm Price, and again, as always, so much fun getting to do this every week with this group of guys. It's always so much fun. As far as stuff to plug, don't really have much at the moment. I haven't really been streaming in a while, but I part of me kind of wants to pick that back up. So might start streaming again. That'd be twitch.tv/PriceVA. That's PRICEVA. And so I might start streaming again soon. There's a new Resident Evil coming around the corner. Lots of stuff. So might start doing that again. We'll see. But yeah, as always, great to be here, and looking forward to the next whatever we're doing next.
Excellent. And the man I go to for my real estate, Matt, who are you? Where can we follow you?
Hello. Of course. I appreciate you, honey. I am Matthew Stephenson. You can find me actually in Huntsville, Alabama, if you're looking to move here, or anywhere in northern Alabama. That's where I'm at. Come and find me. Good luck. Other than that, you can find me at Granola Clusters on Twitch and or YouTube. I have been uploading a whole lot of Darkwood and recently a Minecraft with some buddies of mine. It is yet another attempt on my part to saturate the market of gaming streamers and YouTube uploaders. So that way I can catch the algorithm lottery. So help me in my attempt to get big famous so I don't actually have to work like every other poor sap on this earth. Take it away, Trevor.
Hi, I'm Trevor. I have absolutely nothing to plug. You can
Nice.
try to follow me, but for all intents and purposes, I don't exist. So
Smart.
I'm an amalgamation of these groups of individuals. I'm actually an AI bot that's talking to you right now.
You're the best AI bot we created.
Yep.
You're better than C3PO.
I
made
just
it
found
out
out
of
he
the
was AI
trash.
right now. That's
Yep.
crazy.
That's how good he is.
And thank you everybody for watching tonight. Of course, I'm Hudson Hubbard. You can follow me at huddy.hubs, or you can follow me at my own little channel, Carbonized Productions, where I open Magic the Gathering packs. I do a little bit of painting of miniatures, and sometimes get my butt kicked on Hell Let Loose.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. tonight you have watched us play Pendragon. Join us again at some point when we have a campaign of Pendragon. It's been really fun. Pendragon has been made and created by Chaosium Inc. If you want to play what we played tonight, head over to Chaosium or your local LGS. Support your local game stores. Pick up this free copy of Pendragon, the quick start of 6th edition, and play your own adventure of the sword tournament. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night and have a great weekend, and we shall see you anon. Au revoir.